Welcome back to the channel where we praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. I'm your pistol packing pastor, and this is another edition of Rev at the Range. Well, actually, this is a follow-up to a video that I did previously on the Smith & Wesson SD40. And you will recall that the major concern that I had about this firearm was the trigger and how horrible the factory trigger was. How it had a long take up, a horrible reset, and I said that I was going to replace the trigger with the Apex trigger. And as you can see, I got the NDZ base plates for the magazines. They are the aluminum base plates to replace the polymer ones that were on the magazine. And it just looks a little sexier. It looks a lot better. But just wanted to give a quick follow-up. I have about 300 rounds through this firearm. The first 100 or so I ran it bone stock, just so I could have a good point of reference. And the trigger was as bad as advertised. And in fact, what I found with the firearm was that in the first 50 rounds, I had about 10 or 15 times where the gun failed to go in a battery, failure to feed, failure to go in a battery. It was not a pleasurable experience. And so what I did was I took the gun apart, I put the Apex trigger in, and I found that when I took the gun apart on the inside, there was a little excess plastic that was catching on the slide, so I filed that down a little bit. The Apex trigger is advertised to take 20% off of the pre-travel. It's advertised to reduce the trigger pull by about 2 pounds. To improve the reset. And the kit was not just this trigger, which is a drop-in trigger. Wasn't fairly difficult to install, but it also has the return spring, the striker block spring, the striker spring, and the sear spring that was all replaced. And what I can say is, you can see for yourself, there's your take up. You're at the wall, a little bit of creep, and then a fairly crisp break, and there's your reset, and you're back on it. The trigger is a lot better with the Apex trigger in. I also replaced the polymer guide rod with a metal guide rod and spring, also from NDZ Performance. And I can say that I had fewer failures to go in the battery. Gun still failed to go in a battery a couple of times. It wasn't the ammo, it's the gun. I just don't like it. I can say that I don't like the SD40. I was very disappointed. I was hoping that I would like this gun because from the perspective of the grip angle, I like it better than my Glock 23, and I really was hoping that this would kind of take the place of my Glock 23 if I want to carry 40. But it's not. I would not trust my life to this gun because of the failures to go in a battery and the reliability issues that I've had with it. I will say that it's better. We'll see how, if I get another couple hundred rounds through it, if it will improve. More to come. But what I can say is that the Apex trigger is a winner. I do think that it improved the overall performance and functionality of the pistol. And I think that you can't go wrong with it for 65 bucks. I think it's a great modification that helps the gun to perform better than it does out of the box. But I just think that that Smith & Wesson could do a better job. I know it's a budget gun, but the reliability issues that I've had with this, I've done some more research. It's not uncommon, and I think that Smith & Wesson needs to do something about the SD series to make them more reliable. So just wanted to come on and share with you those updates. Again, the NDZ base plates came out good, matching with the red trigger, gives the gun a little bit more flair. This will probably end up being nothing more than something that I take to the range every now and then and tinker with, or you know, a gun for me to tinker with and to improve my skills there. But I will say that, yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't recommend it. This is one of the few that I would say one of the few pew-pews that I have that I wouldn't recommend. Smith & Wesson SD40. Smith & Wesson, do better. If you haven't already done so, smash that like and subscribe button as we strive to bring 2A awareness to the masses. Most of the people who watch these videos, you are not subscribed. I can see you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notification when I post new content. As always, continue to praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Have fun at the range. Until next time, this is Pastor Pew Pew from Rev at the Range, and I will hope to see you again soon. Until next time, be blessed.